It used to be when we were growing up that the answer to the question, what do you want to be? The best answer was a profession, right? It was like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a teacher or a nurse or whatever. So long as it was a profession, people usually walked away from that kid happy. Well, today's world, with all the disruption that AI is currently producing and with the disruptions that are likely coming our way, what do we even want kids to be when they grow up? It's become a lot more challenging to answer this question. And so it used to be the case that, it's just like, go to school,
Yep.
get good grades,
Yep.
so you can go to a good university.
Yep.
And then from the good university, you'll get a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And then with a good job, you'll have a good pension, rinse and repeat. That's life.
That was it.
And so, in my case, I did a lot of that and then graduated from a good school with good grades and had next to zero job prospects. And so that model of reality already has been starting to falter for a lot of people. And now it's stupidly expensive too. And so do we really want to, is that really the best path? Is that really the way that we're preparing kids for the world? Because schools are still operating today for a world that was from 150 years ago or more. And so, you were telling me a story about how you were trying to get kids to do some research, and what did they say?
Yeah, so, doing some research with a group of students, and they were, kind of fighting back at me, just kind of saying why do I need to research the information when AI tells me all the answers? And so, it was a great conversation because it was about, it's not just about answering the question, which is what a lot of traditional models do, right? Here's the question, answer it, end of story. And that's what kids are doing. They're just
that used to be good enough.
They're just feeding it into AI and giving that answer, and then that's it. But the conversation with this group of students was, okay, sure, you can get that answer from AI, but then it's important to have to dig deeper, ask more questions, compare it to other sources to make sure that the information that we're getting from that AI is accurate, because it's not always accurate. It's not always correct.
No, they hallucinate.
Right? Yeah.
They say weird stuff.
And so the point is to dig deeper. It's that critical thinking. It's that, okay, so this was the answer that AI gave me. Is it accurate? Is it true? Can I compare it? Can I contrast it? What other information do I need in order to know if that's truly the answer, that I have the correct answer there?
Exactly. And so we would say that what do we want to encourage kids to be in this age of AI? One is to be a critical thinker, and that it's deeper than just being able to get an answer that's spit at you from AI. How can you evaluate information? How can kids go deeper in terms of, is the source of the information valid? And does it match other sources of information, and be able to compare those things rather than just ask, okay, fine, you want to use AI? Well, ask 5 different ones, and then do they all give the same or similar answers? And then that's
it's not using AI. It's here. It's here to stay, right? It's how to do it correctly. It's asking the right questions. It's being that critical thinker. It's solving those problems. It's not just, like we say often, it's not just being a consumer, right? It's not just you put the question in and you got the answer out and the day's over.
We want kids to be creators, not just consumers.
Right.
We want them to be doers, not just watchers. Because there's so many kids, they have an interest. Where do they go? They go into a device and they watch a ton of videos on the topic, and then it's a shame we're missing the actual learning opportunity for them to get competent in a skill, and then from competence comes confidence. And if you are just watching and watching and watching and you never do, and kids don't get the chance to do and take those risks and have it be hard, and that's what we're missing right now.
Right.
And that's what I think we would say we can encourage kids to be is, critical thinkers, observant of patterns, creators, not just consumers, doers, not just watchers.
Right. And I think that is the way that we have decided to not only educate our own children, but those that are on this journey with us, right? So making sure that this is always in the forefront of everything that we're doing with our students. And so, my question to you, I think our question to you would be, ask your kid, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
And then look at how they spend their free time and their time in school. Is it really preparing them for that profession or that job or whatever it is that they want to do, right? Is it just a bunch of rote memorization, or is there true critical thinking happening, right? Are the kids just like memorizing how to do that test, or are they really understanding the concept and they're able to translate it to other things, right? Are they getting their hands dirty? Are they doing projects? Are they failing forward, right? So, and through all of this, are they emotionally regulated, right? Are they okay with failing? Yeah, I get frustrated, but like pick yourself up and do it again. Or is it, it's too hard, so I quit.
Those emotional intelligence and the soft skills and the social intelligence is going to become way more important, because there's so many kids right now that whether it's through traditional school or homeschool or whatever, many kids are just not getting enough of that, and that we're gonna we'll be raising some weird kids to live in a weird world, and we don't want to do that, right? And so
AI will give you all the answers, but there is
you'll have nobody to talk to about it.
But it's important that kids are the ones that are figuring out what the questions to those answers are.